The handicrafts of Thailand, renowned for their elaborate beauty and exquisite craftsmanship. Yet not long ago these crafts were on the verge of extinction. This is the story of how these crafts survived and now thrive, and the stories about the people who make them. Most are from poor rural households. They were trained to enhance their skills to earn additional income. Of these tens of thousands, many have become experts. Some have become master craftsmen. These crafts, some practiced for hundreds of years, are based on the natural resources of the country, from its forests and fields, and from its mineral wealth. These magnificent silk masterpieces all have their start from the humble silkworm, actually the caterpillar or larva of an extremely plain moth. Sericulture, or raising silkworms and producing silk from their cocoons, has been practiced for at least 5,000 years in China. It is not known if the Thai people brought sericulture with them when they migrated some 1,000 years ago from southwest China to what is today Thailand. But by the late 1600s, European visitors reported that Thais, like the Chinese, wove silk. Raw Thai silk yarn has a unique yellowish color and a rough filament that give a special sheen, even after it is dyed. No longer found wild, the silkworm depends entirely on humans to reproduce. The process of making silk starts from raising the caterpillars. Their main food is leaves of white mulberry. During a visit by Their Majesties King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Queen Sirikit to flood victims in 1970, the village women wore their best matme. An appreciation of the beauty of this traditional cloth led Queen Sirikit to initiate a project to preserve the craft and to help these women earn additional income to aid their families in times of the hardship. As Her Majesty traveled to all corners of the kingdom, she learned of other traditional arts and crafts, many nearly dying out. By 1976, Her Majesty formalized the project as the Support Foundation, with the dual purposes of preserving traditional Thai art and cultural heritage and of helping villagers. Thailand's forests yield many materials for the country's handicrafts. Teak, natural to the country's northern highlands, is among the finest woods for carving. Once abundant in the wild, Thai teak is now mostly grown in plantations or reforested hills. For the carvers, each type and piece of wood has a character that is evolved in its unique texture and grain. The highest craftsmanship was reserved for religious or royal uses. Temples and palaces had extensive teak wood finials, eaves, and architectural decoration. Royal barges, thrones, palanquins, and the howdahs to ride elephants were made from elaborately carved wood. Today, craftsmen trained by the Queen's Support Foundation mostly carve small pieces for gifts or souvenirs. But they still have the opportunity to work on exceptional pieces to commemorate special occasions, carrying on the fine artisanship of past generations. Thailand's forests also provide the materials for basketry, one of the oldest and most pervasive crafts in the country. Practiced in all regions, people make baskets for storage containers, fishing equipment, and other household items. The finest crafted baskets, the thin polished stems of the Yan Lipao, a fern-like vine found in South Thailand around Nakhon Si Thammarat, are used. Precious cord baskets were still in the royal collection, where the Queen saw them in 1974. She promoted a new group of Yan Lipao basket makers with the help of a few families who still practice the art. The number of basket-making groups has now expanded throughout the region, as the popularity of Yan Lipao products has grown dramatically in recent years. The fine, intricate weave of Yan Lipao makes it ideal for elegant containers and ladies' purses. Another form of basketry, known as kit, made from bamboo, had nearly died out by the 1970s. Using only simple tools and abundant natural materials, people throughout the country have now been trained in this form of basketry, which uses a technique similar to woven cloth. Among the most unique crafts from Thailand are those made from the wing covers of a forest beetle known as Malang Thap. The wing covers and exoskeleton of Malang Thap shimmer with a blue-green metallic color created by a complex series of natural prisms and lenses in the insect's body plates. So long as the plates are clean, they continue to shine even for decades after the insect has died. Attempts to raise the insect to harvest its wing covers have failed. Only natural insects living in the forests produce the desired iridescent shine. And only wing covers and plates taken from insects that died naturally and are collected from the ground will keep their shine. The beetles grow 25 to 35 millimeters long, so it requires great dexterity to use. The dead beetles are dried and disassembled. Wing covers are most desired, but all body parts can be used. In the past years, the beetle wing covers were sewn into ladies' shawls. The Queen saw a century-old example of this craft preserved in the royal collections, and so encouraged the revival of the art. Malang Thap collages and other decorations have been introduced as new art forms, embellishing furniture and other decorative items. Among the most beautiful are the interweave of slivers of Malang Thap wing covers into yarn lipao baskets. According to the Jesuit missionary Nicolas Gervais, who lived in Siam in the 1680s, Siamese goldsmiths make thousands of little gold and silver ornaments that are the most elegant objects in the world. Nobody can damascene more delicately than they do, nor do filigree work better. Nakhon Si Thammarat in South Thailand is the center for the metalwork known as Nilaware. A gold, silver or gold-plated silver object is first carved. The artisan then applies an amalgam of metals into the carved portions. After the work cools, the artisan files and polishes the surface, then adds final details with a delicate chisel. This craft, perhaps introduced from Persia, or perhaps by the Portuguese in the 1500s, became so well known that Thai kings gave Nilaware as gifts to foreign dignitaries. Nilaware fell out of favor around the turn of the 19th century as Western influences and goods became popular. Its revival in recent years, largely through the Queen's Support Foundation, means that once again, Nilaware has become a popular gift from Thailand. Artisans can also apply a mix of pure gold and mercury to the surface. When the object is heated, the mercury will evaporate, leaving the gold adhered to the silver, but not the Nilo. The Nilaware is polished with the shimmering gold offset by the dark Nilo patterns. Damascene inlay, known as kram in Thai, is the process of attaching a design made from a precious metal onto one less precious, gold onto silver for instance, or silver and gold onto steel. The craft was named for its similarity to damask, a fine and colorful tapestry from Damascus in Syria. Medieval European swords and armor were often decorated in Damascene. European traders probably brought the craft to Thailand 5 centuries ago. As with Nila ware, this fine craft had nearly died out. With the assistance of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, one of the last remaining Damascene master craftsmen, Nai Saman, agreed to teach the art to new metal workers. 2 methods of Damascene inlay are practiced today. The original method of inserting hair-fine gold and silver wires into grooves in the base metal, and a newly developed method of hammering the precious metals into cross-hatched sections of the base metal, which allows for more elaborate designs. All of these fine crafts, recognized as the pride of Thai culture, nearly disappeared not many years ago. They have been revived and now flourish through the efforts of Her Majesty Queen Sirikit and her foundation for the promotion of supplementary occupations and related techniques, or the Support Foundation. Since its initiation in 1970 as a project to aid Matmi silk weavers in the Northeast, the work of the Support Foundation now covers many types of traditional weaving and embroidery from throughout the country. The foundation supports training in 21 different crafts, including wood carving, soapstone carving, and the traditional leatherwork for shadow puppets. It supports basketry, rattan work and furniture making, and the intricate arts of inlay, gold and silver smithing, Damascene and Nila ware. Thousands of Thais, most from poor families and from all regions, have trained in traditional arts and crafts through the Support Foundation. While always of high quality, most of the works produced through the Support Foundation are affordable to tourists and Thai customers. For special occasions, the most skilled craftsmen and women produce works that are among the finest masterpieces, created by people whose lives have been transformed by the skills learned through Queen Sirikit's endeavors. These magnificent works are the pride of all the people of Thailand. These special pieces and other fine works created under the auspices of the Support Foundation have been collected for display